All right, if you're starting a business, you've probably run into this exact problem. Who do you trust to form your LLC? Well, today we're putting two of the biggest names in the industry in the ring for a head-to-head battle. In one corner, the established veteran, LegalZoom, and in the other, the modern challenger, ZenBusiness. Let's dive into the definitive 2026 showdown. So, who's really going to come out on top here? Is it LegalZoom, the giant that's been around forever and does, well, pretty much everything legal? Or is it ZenBusiness, the newer platform that's laser-focused on one thing, getting your business off the ground fast and for a good price? So, established giant or modern disruptor? Let's find out. Okay, first up, let's look at the tail of the tape. In one corner, you've got LegalZoom. They were founded way back in 1999, basically at the dawn of the internet. They have a super broad focus on all things legal and have launched an incredible 4 million businesses. Then you have ZenBusiness, founded in 2015. They are the disruptor, all about speed, simplicity, and affordability. They've already got over 850,000 businesses under their belt. So yeah, this is really a battle of experience versus agility. Let's kick off round one with the thing that matters most to so many founders, the price tag. Now, at first glance, they look pretty similar. Both LegalZoom and ZenBusiness offer a starter plan that's $0 plus your state filing fee, which is a fantastic way to get started. But the real story is in the paid plans. The ZenBusiness Pro plan is going to run you $199. LegalZoom's comparable plan, it's $249. That's a full $50 difference right out of the gate. And believe me, that price gap can get way, way bigger. We're talking a staggering $447. That is the total savings you could see if you go with ZenBusiness's fully loaded premium package over LegalZoom's, especially once you start tacking on all the essential add-ons. For a new business, that's not just pocket change. That's real money you can put right back into growing your company. So based on its more affordable mid-tier plan and just the massive value you get in its top-tier package, the winner of round one on pricing and value, it's got to be ZenBusiness, no question. They've come out swinging and they have definitely landed the first major blow. All right, let's see if ZenBusiness can keep that momentum going in round two, features and filing. First up, let's talk speed. How fast can they get you up and running? At the standard level, their processing times are kind of similar. But, and this is a big but, if you need to launch fast, ZenBusiness includes rush one-day processing in both its pro and premium plans. No extra cost. With LegalZoom, that same rush service is always a $99 add-on. Next up, the registered agent service, which, is a legal must-have in every single state. This is another area where you really see the value gap. ZenBusiness charges $199 a year, and they even throw in the first year for free with their top plan. LegalZoom, on the other hand, charges a much steeper $249 a year, and it is never included. So that's another point for ZenBusiness on a core feature. But hold on, because here's where LegalZoom lands a major counterpunch. When it comes to business documents and legal forms, it is no contest. ZenBusiness gives you about 25 basic templates. LegalZoom, they give you a massive library of over 150 forms, and it comes with an editor and e-signature access. If your business has complex paperwork needs, this is a huge, huge advantage for LegalZoom. And this right here, this is LegalZoom's knockout feature, direct access to an attorney. Their paid plans come with a 30-day trial for unlimited 30-minute consultations. This is a core part of what they offer. ZenBusiness, because it's so focused on just formation, simply doesn't offer any direct legal advice. It's just a fundamental difference in how they run their businesses. So for round two, you know what? We have to call it a split decision. ZenBusiness absolutely wins on speed and the value of core services, like the registered agent. But for businesses that need that deep legal support, tons of documents, and direct attorney advice, LegalZoom is the undisputed champion. This round ends in a hard-fought draw. Okay, on to round three, support and user experience. And this is where we see some really big differences in philosophy. Just listen to this quote from a Reddit user, which really highlights a common frustration with LegalZoom's process. They said, LegalZoom got things wrong at every turn. I had to do everything myself. I paid $500 for this? I did everything myself. What exactly did I pay for? Ouch. That feeling of overpaying for a complicated service with a lot of upsells is a recurring theme. And the customer ratings on Trustpilot tell a similar story. Look, both companies are highly rated, and you gotta give them credit for that. But ZenBusiness holds a slight but pretty clear edge with a 4.8 star rating compared to LegalZoom's 4.6. And that suggests that overall, customers have a more consistently positive journey from start to finish with ZenBusiness. So with those higher customer ratings and a platform that users just consistently describe as more modern, more streamlined, and way less focused on upselling you every 2 seconds, we're calling round 3 for ZenBusiness. They just seem to deliver a fundamentally better user experience. So after 3 rounds, let's get some advice from the corner. For ZenBusiness, the pros are super clear and compelling. You get highly affordable pricing that offers real value, you get faster filing times included in the paid plans, and you get a free registered agent for the first year. And it's all wrapped up in a modern, easy-to-use dashboard that's earning them all those excellent customer reviews. But what about the trade-offs? Well, they're pretty significant if you need them. First, there's no direct attorney access or legal advice, period. The library of business templates is way smaller, which could definitely be a problem later on. And, as the newer company, it just doesn't have the same massive brand recognition as the industry giant. And what about LegalZoom? Its strengths are really formidable and pretty unique. The number one advantage is that access to real attorney consultations. You combine that with its huge library of over 150 legal forms and the power of being a long-established brand, and it really is a true one-stop shop for a whole range of ongoing legal needs. But the cons are what give their opponents an opening. The prices are just consistently higher for similar services. The standard processing is slower unless you pay extra. And that registered agent service is a really expensive add-on. And of course, those mixed customer reviews often point to a frustrating user experience with all the upselling and support issues. Okay, it's time for the final verdict. The scorecards are in, and here's the bottom line. You should choose ZenBusiness if you are a budget-conscious founder who cares about speed, value, and a really smooth digital experience. It is purpose-built to get your business launched quickly and efficiently with as little friction as possible. On the other hand, you should choose LegalZoom if your business knows from day one that it's going to need a wide range of legal documents, that it's going to need ongoing compliance support, or if you just put a really high premium on having direct access to an attorney's advice. So after all that, what's the big takeaway? Honestly, for the vast majority of new entrepreneurs, freelancers, and small businesses just getting started, ZenBusiness is the clear winner. The combination of price, speed, and user experience just makes it the default choice in 2026. LegalZoom is still a powerful option, but it's really for that smaller group of businesses with complex legal needs right from the jump. So in the end, the fight really comes down to this one question for you. Is your priority to launch fast and lean, or to build a legal fortress from day one? Your answer will tell you who your champion is.